Hello, I'm Dorothy Seldura, and I'm currently a third-year Nutrition and Dietetics student in Cebu Doctors University. In this video specifically, I'll be demonstrating the different forms of assessment in the dietary field. Now, these assessments compose of 6 types. It's from A to F. Now, A, the first step, starts with anthropometrics. Now, anthropometrics means the measurement of a man. So it includes all bodily measures such as the height, and it also includes weight, as well as, for example, the mid-upper arm circumference of a person, skin fold test to determine body fat, and the like. Now, the second one would be letter B, which is biochemical tests. Now, for the biochemical assessment, we don't exactly conduct the actual laboratory test, but we assess and we gather the data from it so we know which values are higher than the normal range or lower than the normal range, which can affect also the health status of our client. So for the third test, letter C, which stands for clinical, we normally assess the clinical features of our patient. Now that includes conducting a nutrition-focused physical examination, or we shortly call it NFPE. In doing so, we use the standard procedures of first inspecting, palpating, percussing, and auscultating areas in the body that can be applicable for those measures. Now we start from head to toe, like from the hair until literally the toes, and we check for any abnormal features in the body, like for example, if there is any discoloration, or if the nails are clubbed, or for example, if the feet are edematous, or if there are any other swelling in any parts of the body actually. That could also reflect to the nutritional health of our client. So the next assessment would be letter D. Now D stands for dietary. Now, in doing dietary assessment, we basically interview our client and ask them for any of their dietary habits. That also includes asking them for a food recall, or a 24-hour food recall, wherein they tell us what they have eaten in the past 24 hours or in a day, and the type, amount, and the method of preparation for us to analyze their dietary patterns. So we can use different tools such as the MyPlate, or the Pinggang Pinoy for the Filipinos, cups, measuring cups, or if it's easier for them, we can show them different portion sizes using our hands. So when we do gather those data, we're gonna write it down, and with our knowledge of calculating calories and the macros and micronutrients, we'll be able to assess if their diet is sufficient or deficient. Oh, it's also important to note that when we do dietary assessment, we also ask them for their food preferences or their food intolerances, such as allergies or anything that they do not like. So it's easier for us to work with them when we do give a meal plan. This also includes asking them for where they procure their food and who prepares their food. The next step would be doing the ecological assessment. Now, although this is the second to the last step, letter E is basically figuring out the client and the environment around him. This includes knowing the number of people in a household that he lives in. Where does he live? Is the food supply sufficient in that area? Or does this place have a variety of food? It may also include noting family income or personal income and the like. Although this is a process, the ecological assessment can be done in between the other assessments. It could also be gathered during the first few parts of doing interview or saying hi, hello. Report is very important because while doing and conducting the other types of assessment, we can determine details in his life. For example, if we do ask him about his religious background, he'll be more comfortable to share about that if we build rapport. So last but not the least is letter F, which stands for functional assessment. Now, functional assessment basically just means that wherein we check for the functionality of our client if he or she is able to do basic activities of daily living on his own, or if he or she needs assistance, as well as checking for their bodily movements, if they don't have pain in their limbs or their legs, or if they can stand up as quickly as the normal. We will be able to figure out if there are any areas in his body that might have muscle weakness, or if he is at risk of injuring or fracturing his bones, or if he is a high fall risk type of patient. So now that I'm done discussing about the process of assessment from A to F, we will now go ahead and see it in action. Enjoy! Come in. Oh, hello, sir. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Dorothy.
Dan, nice to meet you.
Just to confirm, imong last name, Seldura? Daniel?
Yes.
Okay. So, and imong birthday, sir?
July 23, 92.
Okay. So, unsay comfortable nimo, sir? Bisaya, English? Both?
Both lang?
Sige. Okay. So, Sir Daniel, can I call you Daniel or Dan?
Dan lang?
Dan. Okay. So, sir, ngano na ang ka diri? Ngano naka-visit man ka sa clinic?
No, ko mga tabang po, kabalaro kung unsa akong ikaon, then, healthy living, exercise, that sort of thing.
Okay. Sige. So, sir, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do an assessment. Now, that assessment includes first doing the anthropometrics nimo, meaning magkuha ta sa imong mga body measures, like including your weight, your height, and all that. And then I will also be doing a nutrition-focused physical exam on you later on. We will also be recalling any dietary patterns nimo, so I will help you recall your meals in a day, so we can also help in assessing that. Now, I think you know naman said already no nga. I think my secretary mentioned that you have already taken a laboratory test, so I also ask for that so I can help in assessing that as well.
Okay, sige.
Okay? Okay, sir. So, I'll ask you to fill up lang kaning form. Kanilang mga naka-check.
Okay, sige. So, kano sa ang draw date ni ma'am? Para kadaog na, di ba, usa ka sa akong bugas? Yeah.
Basin, kadaog ka, sir.
Para manambog tagamay ba?
Ngano day, sir, gusto niyo mo magpa-bulk? Magpa-dako? Magpa-muscle?
Di po kinakadako ka na magpa-sexy lang.
So, ganahan ka magpa-gain of weight in short?
Just a little bit. Niwang po.
Okay. I see. Pila mo ka buhok magsuon, sir?
Tulong may kabuok actually. Day, month, year. Kaya lahat. 23,
Okay.
07, 92, occupation, IT, consultant.
Wow! Unsa ka nga school graduate, sir?
San Jose.
Okay. Ako igsoon. Diha nag...
Eskwela? Yeah. Ano naman? I mean, like, it's okay. It's a good school, but what?
Oo, nadumduman na ako siya.
I bet your brother's really handsome though. Commercial status, single, family size, please specify. What's your family size? I mean, like, kung saan sila katambok or...
It means how many are you in the family, including your parents?
Oh, okay. 5. Why is there like 2 lines for this?
Yeah, okay na siya, sir. For additional info na siya.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, okay, sure. Okay, next.
Okay, so, sir, in terms of your health, what is your family's medical history? Do you know anything about it?
Medical history. Stroke and heart disease on my father's side, diabetes and mental health issues on my mother's side.
Okay.
No history of hepatitis.
Okay.
So I think it's all mental health issues and what do you call this? Diabetes and heart disease. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, ikaw, have you experienced any of these?
Just mental health issues, but that's fine.
Okay. But are you currently on medication for that?
Not anymore.
Okay. Not anymore. When was the last time you took your medication?
3 months ago.
Okay. So, do you have any known allergies?
Paracetamol gives me bad headaches, but ibuprofen fixes fevers. So I don't.
Okay. But in terms of food, no allergies?
No. Kulang. I'm allergic to kulang.
Allergy sa kulang. Parehas ito, sir. So, in terms of tobacco use, do you smoke?
I used to, but now it's just nicotine lang. So vape.
Vape. Okay. How often do you vape, man, sir?
Like every day.
So, what's the nicotine content do you use in your juice?
Yeah, juice 6 mg.
Okay. How about alcohol? Have you consumed alcohol in the past month or past week?
Past month, I think it was just 1 bottle of beer.
Thank you, sir. We will now proceed to doing your anthropometrics. Okay, sir. So we'll now be taking your weight. Do you have anything in your pockets or
No, just a
just
watch.
watch? Okay, you can take that off now.
Okay, there, hold that for me.
And then please stand on the scale. Okay, so you're 74 kilograms, sir.
Okay.
Okay, you may step down, sir.
Alright, I hereby resign. Okay, you mean a different step then? Okay, sorry.
Ikaw, Jud, sir. Makuha na, Jud ka kayo.
Okay.
Sige, so we will now get your standing height. You may please stand straight. Shoulders. Just be relaxed. Okay. Alright. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, I definitely know that's a 5'11" up there.
Yes. 5'11", sir. Okay. So next would be to take your sitting height.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, and I'll just sit down here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so shoulders straight. Assuming that there's a stagiometer here right now.
Yeah. We just use our imagination.
Yes. Okay, thank you, sir. So I'll be measuring your knee height, sir.
Okay.
So in a 90-degree angle lang, sir. Alright. So we'll be doing your upper leg then.
Okay. So that's from my waist to my knee.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, sir. Okay. And the hip. Okay. Okay. So we're almost done with our anthropometric measures. However, the last part would be to do the skin fold test. So I'll request you to change into laboratory apparel. Okay? So let's just pretend that this is a skin fold caliper. Okay, sir. So I'll measure your body fat here. Tell me if it hurts or not. Okay, Ra? Bearable na, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, okay, left, sir, ha?
Okay.
Okay lang. Natural lang, sir. Standing. Relax lang. And then, atong i-tang-tang ning ko, sir. Okay, measure na to sa likod. The subscapular. Ito na, sir.
There's not much there.
Oo. Very lean.
Yeah. I would make a really bad hamburger.
Okay, thank you, sir. Can you do this to your elbow, sir?
Okay.
90 degree lang. Okay, thank you. Okay. And then lower na. Click on measure inwards.
So when can I pick up the new clothes?
Muna tag sastre, ani sir, no?
Bagong uniform?
Okay, so that ends our anthropometric assessment. Moving on to the biochemical assessment, the patient will be asked to submit his laboratory test. The data found will then be analyzed by the RND for any possible abnormal values that could be linked to nutritional deficiencies. Okay, sir, so for the clinical portion of our assessment, we'll be doing a physical assessment and we'll be basically looking out for areas where there might be macro and micronutrient deficiencies or areas of fat and muscle. So is it okay if I touch you on your legs and your arms?
Okay.
Okay, just let me know if you are uncomfortable, okay? Okay, so we'll first start though with our vital signs. We're taking your temperature. Your pulse also. Okay, so you have 91 beats per minute. And then your temperature is 36.5.
Nice. Just like the usual.
So the normal. Within normal range. We'll now move on to doing your blood pressure. We'll just pretend that this is a real spin now. Improvise. Okay, so just relax. It's okay. That you were thin, or you thought that you were thin for your stature. Have you experienced any weight loss in the past month or a couple of months?
No, it just like my build's always been like this for years.
Ah, okay. So have you weighed yourself recently? Aside from what we did now?
Okay. Last I did was about like 5-6 months ago.
But you didn't notice that your clothes were tight or loose or anything like that? Any changes to your weight?
Nah, just like the waistline's getting bigger and that's about it.
Ah, okay. Okay, just give me a moment. We are now moving on to our actual physical assessment. Here, is this your natural hair color, sir?
Yep. And let's just cut that off.
You have really thick strands.
Yeah, fabulous hair.
Okay, I'll feel your temples, sir. Tell me if anything hurts, okay?
Okay.
Does this hurt?
Nope.
How about this?
No.
Check under your neck. Sir!
Feels good. Makes me sleepy.
Do you have any issues with your health, sir? Any pains that you feel with your body?
Some back pain, but I think it's occupational related. There's this thing on my leg, but
Okay, we'll check that later on. So, we'll check your eyes, sir. It will be a bit of a glare. I'll check your ears. Other side.
if you see a mongoose growing there, let me know.
Dinosaur ng na-address, sir. Okay, and then your nose. Tilt your head a bit, please. Okay. And please open your mouth. Can we lift this shirt, sir?
I'll just take it off. It's fine.
So, I'm gonna check your cervical area. If there's any muscle wasting or if there's any discolorations or swelling. Dugay na ning a scar, sir?
Yeah, it was about 4 years. No, 7.
A feel for this area, sir? Huh? Okay, can you now lay down on your belly, sir? So, we'll check your back. Does it hurt, sir? Hi, so a quick insert. It's the same night. I'm already starting to edit the video, and then I realized that we didn't have a video for the abdominal assessment, and turns out we did not click record. So that assessment includes the abdominals and the lower leg to the feet. So I'll just run through what we did. So instead of doing the usual sequence of IPA, which is inspection, palpation, percussion, and then auscultation, I used the different method that is specific to when you are assessing abdominals, which is the inspection, auscultation, percussion, and then lastly the palpation. I did those starting from the right upper quadrant and using the clockwise sequence. For the legs, I asked the patient to arch his knee so I could palpate for the underside of his thigh and feel for the fat mass and muscle. And it was in normal condition. And then I went to observing the shin, the arrangements of the hair, and they were okay. However, as reaching near the ankle, I noticed that there was a red patch of the skin discoloration on his left leg and on the foot. We'll now be moving on, sir, to our functional test. So this test for your ability to do the activities of daily living as well as your strengths in your physical aspect. So we'll be doing a hand grip test. Please grip that and then grip as hard as you can. That's enough. Thank you. We'll be doing now an arm flexion and extension exercise. So you'll just do this, stand straight, feet apart. And then put it to your eye level lang. And put it back.
Okay.
And then extend as much as you can, like this. Okay? As much as you can. Okay, you can do it.
So, like up to my
eye level.
Eye
Yes.
level, right? Sorry.
Yes.
This is eye level. And then
Back. Okay. I've already demonstrated to the client on how to do this exercise. We will be doing 3 trials and then I'll be average the total value in centimeters for his functional reach. Okay, now proceed, sir. Remember not to
touch the wall.
yes, good. Okay. Okay. There. Yep. I've already demonstrated the exercise to the patient. For now, I'll ask him to do the exercise himself and how many times he can sit and stand in 30 seconds. So I'll be timing it. Okay, you please proceed, sir. Okay, that's done. Thank you. Sir, to finish our functional test, I just want to ask a couple of questions. This is in terms of activities of daily living. Do you have any difficulty in using the telephone?
No problem.
How about for traveling? Do you need someone to accompany you? Hindi pa kayo alone?
I can drive myself.
Nag-drive ka, sir?
Yeah.
Ano sa imong kuhan? Motor or car?
Both. I can drive both.
Okay. How about for shopping or preparing meals?
No problem with preparing meals. So shopping, it's a little difficult. Only kwarta good.
Ay, nako. So, I think kaya dyan yun mo. Since housework and dressing yourself,
No problem.
no problem.
Okay.
Kaya rang papogi. Okay, so that ends our functional assessment.
Okay.
Now we'll be moving on to our dietary assessment, sir. Now, in front of you, I have laid already different mga tools that we could use as examples for your portion sizes because I will be asking you to recall what your frequent food is in a day. So
Okay.
feel free to use these measuring cups or this measuring spoons and then this cup. And we also have a ruler. So if you want to measure, let's say for example your meat portion, you can also show that. Or if that is difficult for you, we also have a portion size manual here. So you can use your hands. Feel free to do so if you're more comfortable in doing it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is in a day. When we say the usual dietary intake, it's what you most frequently eat.
Okay.
So in a week now, what you most frequently eat na pattern. So for the primary source of food mo, is it at home? Do you cook it or do you purchase most of your food?
Mostly at home. I cook it myself.
For most of the meals.
Most, majority, yes.
How many times a week do you cook for your meals?
Chef, I would say around 18 out of 21.
Do you have any dietary restrictions for yourself? Something you're not eating?
Minimal rice. I try not to go past one cup.
Okay, so let's start with your breakfast. What is your common meal during breakfast.
Alright, so half the time it's 2 slices of wheat bread and 2 sunny side eggs with a pinch of salt.
Basically, what I'm doing here is asking the client to enumerate everything he has eaten per meal and then quantify it using household measures or portion size tools in front of him. This process also asks to give in detail on the method of food preparation. Don't forget to take note of fluid intake or beverages consumed. Now, sir, we will move on to a 24-hour diet recall. So now, since it's about a couple hours past lunchtime, so I'll ask for you to recall what you ate yesterday starting lunchtime until your lunch today.
Okay.
So, what time do you normally eat lunch, sir?
11:30 to 12.
Is that consistent?
Yes.
So, okay, please do recall what you ate for lunch yesterday.
Nilagang baboy.
I'm still doing the same process here as the usual dietary intake recall done earlier, but the only difference is that I list down food consumption based on a 24-hour window. It is more specific to time, making it a better gauge on eating patterns. Okay, so that concludes the assessment process. And thank you for all the details and for cooperating. My secretary will contact you in 2 to 3 days so you can have another appointment with me, and then I'll discuss with you the details of
Okay.
what I've assessed from here.
Okay, so I'll just go pay the secretary.
Yeah, you may.
Alright, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dan.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Phew. Okay, so that ends my video presentation on the different dietary assessment methods from A to F. I hope you liked my video, and if you do, please do hit a like and subscribe to my channel. Joke lang po, sir. Thank you.